Do you think we're underlit, or do you think we're just lit enough?
I'm always lit.
Yeah, boys or girls.
Always.
Or girls. Hi. Welcome to Confessions of a Serial Killer. No, hi. Welcome to our mini review, our spoiler-free review of Spider-Man: Far From Home. More reaction, really, because we saw it like 2 hours ago.
Less than that. An hour ago.
A sweet minute, a hot minute ago. Sweet, hot,
Pretty
tangy
hot
minute. This
Hot
video
day.
is not sponsored by Coke, but if they want to get on up in this piece, I'd be very grateful.
If you want to get off in this piece, they can fuck right off.
Spider-Man: Far From Home is the 23rd movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
After this, we don't know what's next. For the first time.
Like, we know what's filming, but we don't know when it's out, and we also don't know what the slate is. So this is interesting, isn't it? It's kind of nice. This is the end for now. As you point out in the cinema, it's the 7th theatrical Spider-Man live-action movie.
Yes.
The 8th counting Spider-Verse.
Yes.
The 9th counting the Challenge of the Dragon or whatever from the TV
the
movie.
weird...
They've got a brief theatrical release in the late 70s.
Somewhere in East Asia.
Yeah, well, it was an American movie and it was not good.
Also, he was in Shinobi for the Mega Drive.
Who was? Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's not a film.
I'm just saying.
But it should be.
That's totally a thing that happened.
This was a lot of fun. This was a really fun movie. As a sequel to Spider-Man: Homecoming, yeah, it delivers on that. It's more a sequel to Avengers: Endgame, really.
Sort of a coda for Avengers: Endgame.
Yeah, like Ant-Man before it ending Phase 2 on a quiet note, this is very much a... And breathe! Thank you for joining us on this journey. Here's our final say.
Deals with a lot of the immediate fallout of what happens in Endgame, but in a very easy breezy way.
Yeah, you get the gist.
You don't need to worry about it.
If you were, say, watching it with someone who's just a Spider-Man fan who hasn't bothered with the Avengers movies, who's Spider-Man in, like, they would get what's happening between them. Especially the opening, which sort of briefly tells you how the world has dealt with the changes and what happened since the snap, or as it turns out, it's actually called in universe, the blip. Which is freaking hilarious because you know they're doing it just to make everyone at home go, no, hang on, that's not what it's called. It's great. Peter Parker is played by Tom Holland once again. This is nice because this film offers a unique opportunity. They've realised that we've seen the traditional Spider-Man story done to varying degrees of quality. Before this, let's take Spidey completely out of his comfort zone and his own adventure. Because you didn't get to focus much on that in Infinity War. He just kind of was... He's there and in the moment and interacting with the characters he's with.
To space.
Yeah, bitch, please, you've been to space. This movie is, let's take the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man out of the neighborhood and send him on a school trip throughout Europe. Sounds like an excuse for shenanigans. It is an excuse for shenanigans, and these shenanigans are enjoyable to watch.
It's a lot of fun.
It reminded me of Ultimate Spider-Man in a way. More so the cartoon than the comic book that doesn't necessarily share its DNA.
They've done with this what none of the other live-action Spider-Man movies have kind of done and made the class characters that have relationships and interplay in a way that none of the other live-action movies have done. So.
And in lieu of a Harry and a Gwen and stuff, they've made sure to round out Ned and Betty Brant, who we met very briefly in the first one, presenting the news channel in the school.
There's way more to doing this, yeah.
Which I thought was cool. It's like, oh, cool, 2 Bugle alumni from the comics get to be a thing in this. Like, they get to have more to do. Michelle Jones, a.k.a. MJ, is very much her own incarnation of the character, played brilliantly by Zendaya. But there is the DNA of MJ in there, particularly Ultimate Spider-Man MJ.
Yeah.
She's in there. Which is nice, because at the end of the last one I was like, oh, that just felt like you should use your real name. Robin. Wink, Dark Knight Rises scenario. I was sort of like, okay, I'm cool with Zendaya playing MJ, but why bury the lead and why make it a twist? That doesn't make any sense. That's really stupid. And in this, I'm like, you did the stupid twist, but I like the character I'm seeing, so I don't really care. Like, there is touches of that character I really love in there, but she's also very much her own thing. As is Quentin Beck, Mysterio. To say much about Mysterio's role in this movie outside of what's been seen in the trailers is to spoil elements of the film. But if you know this character, your instincts ain't wrong.
Yeah.
If you love this character, boy howdy, so do John Watts, the filmmakers.
You're in for a treat, you lucky people.
Like, I mean, just if you know what Mysterio is capable of in terms of visuals from the comics and cartoons, this film does not disappoint. There is one sequence in particular which I haven't shut up about since we left the cinema, which I am just like, that is quintessential Mysterio. Quintessential Quentin.
I can vouch that he has not shut up since we left the cinema.
Teachers, supporting characters, including a new teacher played by JB Smoove.
Who is fabulous.
It's JB Smoove. I mean, if you've ever seen a single episode of like sort of the latter half of Curb Your Enthusiasm, you know what you're in for with JB Smoove. He's great in this.
Yeah, a lot of this dialogue feels almost improvised.
That feels definitely. Oh yeah,
it all feels supernatural.
This is a comedy film.
Yeah,
I, more so than Homecoming. Homecoming's a John Hughes film. This is a comedy film with superhero shenanigans in it. The stakes are real, the danger is real. But throughout the film, it's trying to make you laugh or go, oh, just like sort of happy sigh in your seat. That seems to be the main goal of this movie. It's all done with a sort of tongue-in-cheek, poor Spider-Man. Yeah, the Parker look is...
He just can't catch a break. But it's not played for pathos, it's played for comedy.
Yeah.
Because you know that he can deal with it.
And drama in a way. There's the stakes are up there in terms of the things he does and doesn't get away with. But yeah, exactly. This is a more joyous film. This is a post Endgame. Endgame was a triumphant cheer with a ending in a tear, and this is more of a hey, life goes on. And there's even a big visual nod because we're saying like we don't know what's next. There's a great visual thing toward the end of just that. I point it out. There's like a work walls.
I think you're reading too much into that.
No, that's intentional. It's got to be. There's a work walls thing in New York at the end where he's swinging around, like building a train station or a shopping, like sort of outside an arcade or whatever. And the design on it, because like sometimes they put things like, here's what the building's going to be or whatever. It said, we can't wait to show you what's next. And I was like, that's fucking intentional. It has to be. I don't believe it is.
The big Doritos banner in the background was definitely...
That was definitely... This is a Sony movie. Forget that nod. It is a Disney-made film made by Marvel Studios and Disney, but Sony's paw prints are all up in this piece. Right down to almost Aviarad ingredient levels of, like, there are multiple villain strands in this that, in a way, you're like, that's not necessary, but then you can tell the Marvel lot have kind of quashed it just enough so that it works. What do you think, Minnie? I didn't see the film. Oh, dog. Thanks, Minnie. That's weird. I had a strange twitch at the exact same moment.
Yeah, odd.
Strange in a way. But Jake Gyllenhaal is great.
Surprising no one.
Jacob... what's his name?
Jacob Batalon.
Jacob Batalon as Ned and the actress who plays Betty.
Angelica Rice?
Sounds like a congresswoman.
I think.
They steal the film. Any scene there in this so entertaining.
Really
great. Nick Fury.
Jacob Batalon, I just fucking love Jacob Batalon. There's even more things, please.
He's just along for the ride.
He's just fabulous.
Nick Fury and Maria Hill, played once again by Samuel L. Jackson and Kobe Smulders, are back. So we're finding out what happened to S.H.I.E.L.D. post-blip, which is cool. What else can we say without saying too much about it? Definitely stay for the mid and post credits.
Oh yeah,
definitely stay. And it's not a spoiler to say that it's sort of the recent Marvel tradition of your mid credits is your here's the thing you need to know going forward.
Yeah,
and your end credits is a thanks for sticking around. Here's a little something for you.
And I will say, ooh, it's a doozy.
People still left, which I thought was.
Oh, and they missed out on
people who've come
something great.
People who've come to watch a Marvel movie on the morning of opening day.
Yeah.
And they still
leave. Opened yesterday.
You opened yesterday. So, I give it 3 minis out of 2.
I give it 10 Jacob Batalons out of 12.
I give it 12 Flash Thompsons. He's great as well.
Oh.
He's brilliant. I give it 12 Flash Thompsons out of whoever the new kid is that's Peter's rival. That was a great storyline. Like
Brad.
This is a high school set comedy movie, and we talked about this afterwards as well. This important thing to know if you're a big Spider-Man fan and you're like, I'm not a fan of the fact that this is very much not a traditional Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man who has to exist and refer to the MCU at large all the time. Take comfort in, if you want old school traditional Spidey, you have 2 previous interpretations of it that fit that mould. If you are in for the ride of the experiment of putting that character in a brand new situation and having him be reactionary, then that's what this Spidey's for. But the flourishes of classic Spider-Man are more so, I'd say, than Homecoming present in this. Like, if Homecoming was a John Hughes tribute, this is a tribute to Spider-Man in an MCU setting. The visuals, the character relationships, the quiet moments, the conversations especially.
Yeah.
Like, it's very Spidey. And very Ultimate Spidey, cartoon-wise, because it's the whole Nick Fury and advanced tech kind of thing. Like, Jon Favreau returns as Happy Hogan to fuel along the Stark angle of the story, and Marissa Tomei is very much sort of the Ultimate Comics younger May.
Yeah.
Not quite grey, not quite making banana bread yet, but she does have a specific bagel that people seem to enjoy. That's not a euphemism. Or is it? Also, without giving any game away, the Marvel trailer thing was at play here too. What you saw in the trailers may not necessarily be what you see in the movie.
Yeah,
on purpose.
There is some...
There's also one scene that's just missing.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. There's one scene in one of the trailers where you're like, oh, that looks cool, and it's not in the film. But, that's what the deleted scenes are for on the Blu-ray, I guess. Maybe they'll re-release the film in a few weeks' time, put a weird little intro on the front and charge extra. Did you hear about the Avengers thing?
Yeah.
Apparently not worth it.
No.
Not worth it.
I can't imagine it is.
Oh. But on the upside...
But Disney.
Thwip. Spidey.
Thwip. Spider, Far From Home. Swing into a screening near you.
Ah!
It's really good fun. You should see it.
Because it's in cinemas.
It's in cinemas now. And
screens.
And we're going to talk spoilers on the next Big Damn Cast, which will be out a couple of days after this video goes up. We're about to record it with our mouths.
Yeah.
No microphone, just our mouths.
That's how it works. From our mouths directly to you.
We're going to etch it onto the very fabric of reality with the flapping of our jaws.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Fuck corporations.